Hello everyone, this video will be continued to the previous one where we wrote our own WrapTer. It is WrapTer tool to generate on the fly Terraform code files. Sorry. And in this video, actually in the previous video when I have executed command WrapTer create, of course I said I will implement custom way, which I will explain in the next video. And in this video I will explain where and in which case we can select custom option from console. The topology is the same. We have our modules, we have service requirements, and for each of these services we can create these services. And actually I have executed WrapTer create to create on the fly inside of team for account which starts with 11 and 222, for dev and stabilities 2, for prod is 111. Inside of DVH I have created service Airflow for all of them, I mean dev, stable and prod. And even as we see inside of Airflow folder, I mean service, I have added new custom TF Terraform code file, and at the same time custom folder where located my custom requirements where I've already added by hand. So just imagine some time when you will do something, it doesn't matter, just for example, in some time you can decide we must to use CDK-TF and generate on the fly some codes where based off the merge request each software engineer developer can open merge request, and on the fly will be generated all this flow inside of CDK-TF. And due to that, if your application to the current time not support the Terraform code files required by the service itself, they can add it by the hand. And if it is added by the hand, in some time you can decide I want to migrate these Terraform code files. Actually this is the same case, nearly the same case. Someone added inside of microservice folder another requirements which defined it is like as name model custom, included inside of custom, and added inside and selected custom model folder with the custom TF, where we can see, like as example, on the fly will be generated Helm chart repository with the style team name, actually repo name, Helm repository name will be like as team minus service name minus n. Even if we go to the Nexus, yes, repository, we can see right now it's not present. It will be created, of course, if I will execute command. If I will execute command tofu apply. So Go code files already changed, binary prepared. It is in the right place. Service is created too. So right now I will execute WrapTer. Even I will execute tofu apply. I'm inside of prod environment, inside of 111 account. So as we see, only one resource will be added because I've already done before Terraform apply for minimal, all required service which created on the fly Terraform code files. Right now will be created only Helm repository with the name DVH Airflow prod. So after that we can see inside of Nexus with the name DVH Airflow prod persist, and if I will execute tofu state list, we can see inside of state model with the name custom. So just imagine, so we must migrate state related only with the custom to another place where we must store our code files related to this service name with the name Airflow. So due to that, we can execute WrapTer create, and on the fly select, just focus on this part inside of account ID 1, and for service we can delete it actually just to simulate. And inside of DVH Airflow we have only a service with the name Airflow inside of dev account and DVH team, at the same time stable account DVH team, but we don't have any service folder with the name Airflow minus custom to store custom resources which we created before for our microservice. So I've selected all environments, selected custom, input, for example, I can input wrong name, hello, at the same time hi. It will say for each of the environment we don't have team name with a name which I have entered here like as hello, and due to that I must do again custom enter right team name and wrong service name. It will say the entered service name wrong for per each of the environment. Please write right one, because on the fly it will go to search inside of place where I executed this command to find team folder at the same time service folder, and based on them it will generate inside of team will be created service name minus custom folder to store their predefined Terraform code files to communicate existing state inside of menu to get it from there like as TF state and to use it like as data inside of Terraform code files. And due to that, if I execute, select each of them, custom, DVH, Airflow, it is the right name of the service actually. So as we see on the fly generated key, I printed it out to output to see really inside of TF state file generated right path per each of them. So if I will go to prod account ID and see TF state, we can see on the fly generated path to the service, which we use it like as data with the Terraform remote state. And inside of settings, we can see 4 required environments which we used before, defined from data object for which we used like as Terraform remote state, and provider which by default I have configured before in case of menu. Of course I'm using menu like as backend. And I can close these parts, open Airflow. As we see, previously I applied this to create on the fly Nexus, inside of Nexus repository, Helm repository, and I want to migrate, move from state of this service to another place where state located like as Airflow custom. Even if I will go to Airflow custom folder, I can see WrapTer init command will be initialized, and tofu plan shows data object communicated to get state mapped to the outputs from models actually per each of the service. Even when I will apply new object, it will create new state in the menu where will be stored with the name if I will open pass inside of Airflow custom. But after that we can show really all keys mapped from TF state to settings TF works correctly. So due to that, I will move custom model folder at the same time custom TF to inside of Airflow custom. But I don't want to recreate it. I want to migrate states from here to Airflow custom. Due to that, I want to go to Airflow folder, say tofu state pool, move this state file to Airflow custom, and inside of Airflow custom, say tofu state move. Why I named it like as model custom? Because even inside of, let me copy this command to keep in buffer actually, and go back to the Airflow folder to show why. Even from previous commands I can show you. Yeah, the state name like as, because I've created model with the name custom, inside of model custom Nexus repository Helm hosted internal. So I see the name of the model, in my case it's custom, and due to that after pull of the state from Airflow, I'm inside of place where Airflow custom folder located. It is totally different state than service, microservice itself where located state. So with this command, I say from state file, which I created from Airflow service, to the output custom state, Terraform state file, move model custom with the same name model custom to the state file, Airflow custom TF state. Oh, sorry. Yes, because I didn't init. Yeah. And as we see, state file moved. Right now I can see tofu state push from the state file which I have created here. It is pushed. If I will say tofu plan, it says nothing because we pushed change related inside of our code files. I mean, if I will delete this backup at the same time, this one and this one, all required resources already present in the remote state file. Due to that, we don't need to do anything. If I will say tofu state list, we can see our model present here. And if we go back to the Airflow folder, Airflow, say tofu state list search custom, we can see it is already present here. Code file is not present, but if I will do tofu apply, it will say the resource blocks which was before here, they moved to some place, and due to that, yeah, it cannot to communicate there because provider itself cannot find resources, and due to that we can say tofu state rem, this one, it is removed from state, and as we've seen, it shows nothing changed because we moved state from here to Airflow custom. We deleted state which already resource block moved to the Airflow custom because we don't require it, and the resource must be present in the remote. Resource already present in the remote, and if I will open place, we can see it is not deleted. I mean Nexus. But if I will go back to try destroy it from custom, it will be destroyed. So as we see, it is deleted from here. So what we done, we prepared flow where we can on the flight create place where we will store for each of our microservice separated state for the specified predefined resource blocks which we created with the Terraform with an easy way, and deleted it in previous microservice state to keep remote object in the right places. So that's it actually. I hope it will be useful.